All right, so question number one on the final, it looks like this one. It says, the ancient Greeks labeled certain numbers as square numbers. The numbers 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 are square numbers. It says determine the next three square numbers. So that's 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. So the next one would be a 6 by 6, right? This is 5 by 5, 4 by 4. So the next one would be a 6 by 6 square, which is 36. The next one after that would be 7 by 7, which is 49. And so on and so on. 8 by 8, 64. That's why those are the answers. All right, so that's pretty much similar to the one that's on the test. There's another one that could be like this one, actually. So let's see if we can figure this one's a little bit harder. So what you want to do is you want to see what the next two triangle numbers are going to be. So this one's harder. So the way you want to approach this one is a 1 times 1, 1 times 3, 2 times 3, 2 times 5, 3 times 5, 3 times 7. And so you're looking for a pattern. So see how it's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. What do you think the next two numbers have to be? 4, 4, right?
1, 4.
Yeah, because this is, I'll underline it. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. So let's put the 4s in. Now we have to look for the other pattern, the other number. So I'll circle these. 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 7. What would the two next numbers be? 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 7.
Would be 9.
Well, it goes 1, 3, and then 3, 5, and then 5, 7. So it's got to be, see how it repeats? 3, 3, 5, 5, 7, 7.
7. Yeah.
And then the next one would be 9.
Oh, okay.
3, 5, 7, 9. So there it is. We found them. So that's going to be 28, 4 times 7, and 4 times 9 is 36. So this one was harder. So there's the answers, 28 and 36. All right. So that's kind of like the number one on the test. Number two on the test will be from section 2.4. So let's open up 2.4. So I'm going to open that up. In your homework, that would be page 66. 2.4, page 66. Oh, I guess the numbering system's different. Let me find the problem because it's not page 66. It would be page. I guess it just depends which version, which edition of the book you have. But this one is going to be, let's see, number 55. It's going to be 5. All right. Okay, it's going to be like this one right here. Yeah, like this one. All right, so let's look at number 39 first. It says, what is in the set A?
What page is that, Professor?
This would be page 74.
Oh, 74. Okay.
All right, 74. Number 39 we'll do 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. That's good enough. All right, so 39, it's asking for the set A. So the set A is everything in the circle A, right? So you would have to write all the numbers that you see inside that circle. So you would write 1, 1, 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10. And that's the answer. All right, so you don't have to put them in any order. It can be in any order. It doesn't have to be from lowest to highest, but I like to do lowest to highest. All right, number 40 is U. U represents a universal set. That would be everything in the rectangle. So everything in the rectangle is every single number that you see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there it is. All the numbers from 1 to 14. So that's a universal set. All right, the next one says the set C. So that would just be everything in the circle C. So as you can see, it's 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11. All right, so that's not too bad, hopefully. And then if you remember that little apostrophe above the B, that means complement. That means everything outside of B. That's what the complement means. So you circle B and you say everything outside of B. So I would just like shaded it.
But that's everything outside of B, including the 2 and the 13, right?
Exactly right. Yeah, you got it. So that would be 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, 13, right? 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, 13. That's right. Yeah, so exactly. Don't forget the two numbers that are in the universal set. And then this symbol, that means and. So remember that means and, or intersection. So intersection is everything that's in both A and B. So A and B, the intersection of A and B would be this part, right?
Oh, okay.
That's what's shared between the two sets. So it would be 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, and 5. There it is. All right, and let's do 44. All right, 44 is everything that's shared between A and C. So A and C, the part that is shared or overlapping would be this set right there, or that region, 4, 5, and 9. All right. So that's how you would do something like that. All right, so that's one of the problems that you'll see on the test. Let me see if there's anything else from this one. No, that's pretty much it from here. Okay, good. So that's taken care of. Let's look at the next problem that you'll see would be from 14.1. So let me bring up 14.1. This was the voting methods. Remember the voting methods? So this one would be on page 895. Let's see if it, because I have a textbook, but sometimes the numbers aren't the same. So I have to make sure 895, number 13. 13, yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, it is the same one. So it's page 895 in your
You said
textbook.
895?
Yeah, 895. So do you guys remember what to do to figure out how many members voted? It's just going to be the sum of all the people that voted. So all these numbers added up.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong one. I have the other book. You say it was page 895?
Yeah, depending on the version of the book you have, it might be, if you don't have the same exact book, just look up 14.1, section 14.1, and then look for the one that has this box, this table,
Section.
because they have the same problems. They're just kind of located in different places.
And then for some of our problems, our numbers are different too, but yeah.
Oh, okay. For the most part, it's similar, but they might be off a little bit. So the one on the test is gonna ask you how many members voted. So all you have to do is just add up the total number of votes, and that's how many members voted. So in this case, it would be 21, right? 15 plus
21.
10. Yeah, 21. So it's gonna be 21. So that's it for that. The next question I have on the test is section 3.1. So open up your 3.1 if you have your book. Let me open that up myself. 3.1. See if it's logic. Remember logic? The truth tables and all that stuff. That was kind of a challenging chapter. I remember that one. 3.1, and I have it as number 33. Let's see if it's the same. Page 100. So go to page 100. Okay, so I'm on page 100, and it should be numbers 33. Yeah. All right, so first, they're going to tell you what P is, what P stands for, and what Q stands for. And then they're going to write a sentence, and then you have to write that in symbols. So see symbolic form. So you have to write it, you have to remember all the symbols. So there's and, there's or, there's if then, there's if and only if, there's not, and I believe that's it. So let me write that in on the top. So this is and, or, if, and, no, this is if then. This is if and only if. This is not. The little squiggly in the front. So this one says, number 33 says, the burrito contains sriracha and the tacos are not vegan. So the key word is and. So anybody know what symbols you would use?
The
The
arrow
arrow
pointing
up,
pointing upward.
or the A. if you will.
Yeah. So first we're gonna say the burrito contains sriracha, so that would be P, right?
So
then-
be P, A, not symbol, and then Q.
Q.
Yeah, exactly right. So that is right. So that's what the question will look similar to this. Let's do a couple more. If the burrito does not contain sriracha, then, so it's an if then. If then, so which symbol would that one be? In the middle?
Yeah.
Just the one-sided arrow, right?
Yeah.
All right, so which letter should I put first?
I think it would be Q. Q.
If the
It would be
burrito-
not. It would be not Q, right?
Q, not Q.
If
Wait a
the
minute.
burrito,
Does
Oh,
not contain sriracha.
yeah.
I mean,
so
not
that's-
P.
Yeah, not P.
Not
there we
P. Okay.
Not P,
And
arrow,
then arrow Q.
Q.
yeah, there you go. So that is right. Okay, good. The next one, let's just do maybe 2 more. All right, the tacos are not vegan. If and only if, there's the keyword, if and only if.
So not Q, double arrow P.
P.
P,
P.
let's see. If the tacos are not vegan, if and only if, the burritos contain sriracha. Very good, yeah. That is right. All right, last one would be this one, 36. The burrito does not contain sriracha or the tacos are not vegan.
Uh,
Not P,
Not.
with the,
The arrow
V,
going down.
the
Or,
V.
uh, Q.
Not
Squiggly line
Q.
Q.
Not you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. All right, good. So sounds like you guys got a good handle on those kind of problems. So that's good. All right, so that would be that one. Now the next question is going to come from section 10.5. So 10.5, let's open up that section.
Would it be squiggly line Q, down arrow P?
Let's see. For what number? 36?
36, yeah.
Yeah, it was squiggly line P because it says not contain sriracha, so that was not P. Or the word or means this arrow pointing down, and then not vegan, so not Q. So squiggly line Q.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Squiggly
right.
line and squiggly line.
right. All right, the next question comes from section 10.5. So let me open up 10.5, and I believe that might be from, what topic is that? 10.5? Let me check.
That's about the mortgage.
Oh, yeah. Those big formulas, the mortgage. The one I have that's very similar to the test is number 15. So this one. Okay, so let's see if we can remember. Oh, how come it's not showing up? You guys don't see it on my screen, right?
No.
All right, let me re-share again because it knocked me off. Okay, here we go. This page 627, section 10.5, number 15. All right, it's about mortgages, right? So Martha is buying a house.
What page is that?
627, section 10.5.
Number 15.
Yeah, number 15. So let's see if we remember how to do this. Okay, so paying points. Martha is buying a house, selling for 195,000. The bank is requiring a minimum down payment of 20%. To obtain a 20-year mortgage at 6% interest, she must pay 2 points at the time of closing. So there's 3 parts to the question. Let's start with the first part. What is the required down payment? So if the house costs 195,000 and it's 20% down payment, anybody remember how to find the down payment? What do we do to this?
Don't you multiply 0.20 times the 195,000?
That's right. Yep. So you're right. So multiply by, you have to convert the percent to a decimal. So that's 0.2 or 0.20, and then you multiply. So let's see what that gives us. 195. I'm getting $39,000.
Yeah.
Oops. So that's the down payment. Okay, so that's done. All right, now part 2 says, what is the amount of the mortgage? So to find the amount of the mortgage, we have to subtract 39,000 from the original price, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's do that. 195 minus 39,000. So the amount of the mortgage should be 195,000 minus the down payment,
156,000.
156,000, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. What is the cost? Wait, let me just double check something real fast. Hold on. What page was this again? 6 what? Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then the final part is, so yeah, we did that right. I was just double checking that we didn't mess up on anything. Okay, so the final part is asking what is the cost of 2 points? So each point is 1%. So 2 points is 2%. So we just have to multiply the mortgage amount, 156,000 times 2%. So that's going to be 156,000 times, if you convert 2% to a decimal, that's 0.02. All right, so let's multiply.
3,120.
I think so. Yeah, 3,120. And that does it. Oh, okay, so that's one of the questions. So hopefully you guys can do that. The next question is going to be from section 11.1. So let's see what that section's all about. 11.1. Here it is,
Probability, yeah.
page 657. 657. There it is. So the one that I put on the test is similar to the spinner questions, like these ones. So it's going to be something like that. So actually, it's more like this one, actually.
Oh, okay.
So actually, let's do a few of these. All right, so it's more like this one. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so there's a Wheel of Fortune. And then they're asking, the first question says, what is determine the probability that the indicated sector will stop under the pointer 2,500. So first thing we should do is, let's find the denominator. That means we have to count how many sectors there are. Anybody know how many sectors there would be?
It's 12.
Yeah, looks like there's total of 12.
12.
Yeah, 12 sectors, so that's gonna be our denominator. And then what's the probability that it lands on? 2,500. There's only one, right?
Right.
So that 1 out of 12. So it's gonna be 1 out of 12 because there's only one 2,500. So that would be our answer. It's gonna be 1 out of 12. The quiz might ask you to enter a decimal. So let's also find the decimal. So let's see, let's round to 2 decimal places. So what's 1 divided by 12? Rounded to 2 decimal places. 0.083333. So the 3 is gonna make that stay at 8, right? All right. Let's try the next one. Let's find the probability that a number greater than 500 is spun. So how many numbers are greater than 500 here? I see 1, 2,
2,
3,
3.
4. I think that's it, right? Greater than 500? That would be it. Just 4. So 4 out of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 12. Yeah, so that's going to do it. 4 out of 12. Which is approximately
1/3.
1/3.
1/3, which is going to be 0.33 if you round to 2 decimal places.
Yep.
All right. What's probably that you lose a turn or bankrupt? Oops. How many lose turns or bankrupts are there?
Two.
Just two out
So
of
two
12.
12s, which is 1 out of 6,
Yeah, 1/6, which
which
is
would be 6.66.
gonna be 0.1666. So we'll say if we round to 2, that would round it up to 0.17, right?
Yep.
Because the 6 will round up the 6 to a 7. All right, let's do the not bankrupt. Not bankrupt. So how many not bankrupts are there? Or how many bankrupts are there? So there's one bankrupt. So how many not bankrupts? Not bankrupts are there?
11.
11. So 11 out of 12 not bankrupts. Yeah, so that's 11 out of 12, which is going to be 0.916666. So it's going to be 0.92 if you round. All right, a number less than 3,000. What's a number less than 3,000? Basically all the numbers, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be all the numbers. And how many numbers?
8.
There's 9, isn't there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, there's 9.
Okay, so it's going to be 9 out of 12. So 9 out of 12, which turns out to be
3/4.
3/4. Yeah, so 0.75. 3/4. All right. What's probability that you get a surprise, lose a turn, or a bankrupt?
Four out of 12.
Surprise, lose a turn, or
Three
bankrupt?
out of 12.
3 out of 12, which is 3/12. That's 1/4, right? Which is 0.25. All right, so that's a problem that you would see on the test. Let's see what the next one is going to be. So this one was from section 11.1. The next one is from 11.7. So let's go to 11.7. 11.7. Here it is. And the topic is counting. All right, 11.7, page 20. I'm sorry, page 716. 716, number 23. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to do. So the page is 716, number 23, the one that says outfits. All right, so let's check it out. It says here, Juan has 3 ties. So that's 3 ties, 4 shirts, 2 pairs of pants. How many different outfits can he wear if he chooses 1 tie, 1 shirt, and 1 pair of pants? So remember, this one is called the fundamental counting principle. You have a tie, a shirt, and pants. Tie, shirt, pants. How many choices does he have for the tie? 3 choices for a tie.
So 3 choices for the tie, 4 shirts, and then 2 pair of pants.
Then we multiply, right?
Yeah, so you
if
multiply, so it'd be 24. So 3 times 4 times 2 is 24.
24 different outfits. So that would be the answer. There's 24 different outfits that he could come up with those type of clothings that he has. So 24 would be our final answer. All right. Hopefully that one wasn't so bad. The next one is 12.1, section 12.1. So let's look at 12.1. What I think that might be statistics. 12.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, statistics. So the page number would be 754. And the problems would be something like 6 and 7. So problems number 6 and 6 through, actually I put 6 through 12. I'm sorry, 6 through 10. 6 through 10. It's the sampling types. Remember those sampling methods? So you have to say what kind of, it says just fill in the blank. So remember the sampling methods? There was random sampling,
Oh, okay.
there was systematic, there was cluster, stratified, and was there any more? I think, let's see. What other ones were there? I think that was it. So yeah, I think that might be it. So let's look at the first one, number 6. When a sample is obtained by drawing every nth item, the sample is called a blank sample. Which of these would it be if you're taking every nth one? Like every 10th or every 5th or every 3rd person.
Is it systematic?
Yeah, that's called systematic when you take like the 10th person in each
Yeah.
or something, the nth one. So yeah, that one is systematic. All right, the next one says if a sample is drawn in such a way that each time an item is selected, each item in the population has an equal chance of being drawn. Equal chance of being drawn. The sample is called. Anybody know which of those it would be? Each one has an equal chance of being drawn.
Is that random?
Yeah, that's called random because that means every person has the same exact probability of getting chosen. So that's random. All right, a sample that consists of a random selection of groups or units is called, this one's where it gets a little tricky because cluster and stratified both deal with groups, but you have to remember which one takes the entire group and which one takes just a sample in each group. So let's see, it's either this one or this one, right? So let's go back to 12.1 notes real fast so we can look at the definition. 12.1 notes says,
I think it's stratified.
is it? Let's see. So here are the different ones: random, systematic, cluster, stratified, oh, and convenience. All right, so let's look at the definitions. So a cluster sample is sometimes referred to as an area sample because it frequently applied in geographical basis. Essentially, the sampling consists of a random selection of groups of units. So you're taking the entire groups. So let's say there's 5 groups. Maybe you're going to take this one and this one. That would be cluster. Whereas stratified, maybe you're breaking them up into gender or race or religion or income. So maybe you have like 5 groups again, but this time you're taking a sample from each one. You're taking maybe like 3 here, 3 here, 3. Would be the difference. So let's go back to where we were. So which one would this one be? That one was cluster because you're taking the entire groups, yeah. And then this one is going to be when a
Strata.
population is divided into parts called strata. That kind of gives it away right there. Strata, for the purpose of drawing a sample, the procedure is known as stratified sampling. So stratified. All right, and then the last one, a sample that uses data that are easily or readily obtained is called convenience. Easily or readily obtained. So that's convenience sampling. All right, so that's something that will also be on the test. And, all right, the next problem is from 12.3. So let's go to 12.3. Here we go, 12.3. Oh, whoops, I got the wrong thing. Sorry, I meant to bring something else up, not the notes. I brought up the notes instead of the homework. So back. Homework 12.3 will be this one. So let's see, it's gonna be on page 778. So 778. And the problem number I chose was number 11. So the very first one it says determine the mean, median, mode, and the mid-range. So there's 4 things we need to do. Mean, median, mode, mid-range. All right, so let's start with the mean. Anybody remember how to find the mean?
Add up all the numbers and then divide by all the numbers.
Yeah, exactly. So let's add them all up and then divide by, let's see how many numbers there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're gonna add them up and divide by 9. So this is the mean.
17.
You got 17. All right, let me double check. It sounds right. Yeah, I got 17 too. Good. So 17 it is. So that would be our mean. All right, median. So for the median, you just want to make sure that they're all in order. Are they already in order for us? From lowest to highest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good. Now what I like to do is I just cross out the first and the last. First, last, first,
16.
last, first, last. There's the median. It's the one in the very middle. So the median would be 16. What happens if there was 2 in the middle? Let's say that these 2 were in the middle.
Oh, you have to add them
You
together
will
and
add them up and divide by 2.
divide by 2.
Yeah, then you would add and divide by 2. That's how you find the median if there's an even number. But since it was an odd number, we didn't have that problem this time. All right, so we got the median. Now the next thing is the mode. Anybody?
16.
Yeah, it's just the one that appears the most, right?
Mhm.
Looks like 16 repeats 3 times. Therefore, it's the mode 16. And then the last thing is the mid-range. So the mid-range for that one, all you have to do
The
is
highest number minus the lowest number, and that's gonna be 18.
and then don't forget to divide by 2, right? So yeah, mid-range is lowest plus highest divided by 2. So that's going to be, is it 18? Getting 40 divided by 2 is 20, right?
Stop writing, Professor.
Oh, it did. All right. All right. So yeah, I am formula. You take the lowest plus the highest, or the min plus the max, and divide by 2. So I got 40 divided by 2. All right. So that's how you would do that problem. That's all you had to do for those. You just have to find the mean, median, mode, and mid-range. All right, the last problem on the test is from section 12.5. So let's open up 12.5.
curve.
Yeah, the normal curve.
Yeah.
So this one, the one I chose from this one is from page 807. Number 78. All right, so I chose this one. All right, so first let's read this part up here, the directions. This says, assume that the annual daycare cost per child is normally distributed. So the words normally distributed means it's a bell-shaped curve with the mean of 1,200 and a standard deviation of 2,000. So first thing you should always do is draw the curve, the bell-shaped curve, and then the mean and then the standard deviation. So let's do that here on a new page. So I'm going to draw that. Here's a normal
What
distribution.
number are you doing? 70?
78, I think. Yeah, 78. All right, so whenever you see the words normally distributed, you always draw the bell-shaped curve. And then in the middle, the mean goes in the middle. So the mean is 12,000.
Hey,
The standard deviation is 2,000, right? All right, so what are they looking for? They're asking for what percent of daycare costs are less than 17,000? So less than, that means we go to the graph. 12,000 is in the middle, so 17,000 has to be somewhere over here. So somewhere to the right, 17,000. Less than, since it's less than, we shade to the left. If it would have said greater than, you would have shaded to the right. But less than means you shade to the left. All right, this is what we have to find. So if you have a graphing calculator, this is what you do. You go to second, I'll show you right now, second, bars, normal CDF. So I'll show you right now, normal CDF. All right, so let's do that now. It's pretty easy if you have the graphing calculator. If you don't have the graphing calculator, you have to use that formula. And I'll show you how to do it with the formula as well. So here it is. Let's try. You go to second, which is the blue button that I have here. VARs, which is right here. And then it's going to bring up all these options. You want to go to normal CDF, which is number 2. Enter. And then it should ask you for lower, upper, mean, standard deviation. So the lower value, if you look at the graph that we drew, the lower value of the shaded region is all the way to the left. The way that we go all the way to the left is you write -9999. And then the upper value is the 17,000. So you put 17,000. And then the mean, they tell us, is 12,000. And then the standard deviation is the next one that they tell us that one is 2,000. And then that's it. And then you go to paste. Enter again. And there it is, 0.9937. So I'm going to write that down, 0.9937. All right, so let's go back to the next. All right, so here it is, 0.9937. So that's the probability that the price will be less than 17,000 is 99.37%, or probability. So that's our answer. So that's how you do it on the calculator. So that's your final answer. The way you would do it without the calculator, if you don't have one, you have to use your formula. So it's a formula. This is how you convert. 17,000 is a data value. You have to convert that to a z-score so that you can use a table. So So this becomes your X, 17,000. Then that little U symbol, that's your mean. The mean is 12,000. And then this other Greek symbol is the standard deviation, which is 2,000. All right, so let's see what we get. So 17,000 take away 12,000 is 5,000. 5,000 divided by 2,000 is 2.5. So that's the Z-score. All right, so now you have to look up the Z-score on the table. So let me bring up the table. Remember this table? Hopefully you guys still have it. I can always put in the chat if you still need it. So we're looking for 2.5. So these are all negative. See, all these are negative, negative. We don't want negative, we want positive. So keep going. Go to the next page. These are the positive ones. Then you go to 2.5. Here it is, 2.5. And you want 2.50, not 2.51, 2.52. You want 2.50, so it's going to be the very first column. 2.5 is this one. And as you can see, that's exactly the same thing we got earlier with the calculator. 0.9938. So that is our final answer. 0.9938. It's a little bit different. The calculator is more accurate. This is a little bit less accurate, but on the test, either answer would be marked correct. Both answers, whether you use the calculator function or whether you use the formula.
Can I see the problem again?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see that. No, from the book on here.
Oh, from the book? Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. So it says here, this one is 78.
What percentage of loss? Let's see. Okay.
All right, cool. So that's pretty much the entire test right there. There's 12 questions total, and we did one example of each one. So I think if you kind of study what we just went over today, you're going to be just fine on that final. So that's, yeah, I made sure and I picked problems that were basically identical. The only thing that's going to be different is the numbers will be a little bit different, but other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. Yeah. Does anybody need the table, or do you guys all have the table for the Z-scores?
I still have it.
Okay.
So,
But if you have the calculator is much better or much easier, I would say. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Well, let me take roll and then, well, there's only 3 of
The
you.
quiz 4.